The party was supposed to be perfect, a night where everything finally felt normal again. The lights shimmered softly against the glass walls, laughter filled the room, and music floated in the background like the heartbeat of happiness. My husband, Adam, and I had been through a rough few months. His long work hours, my endless deadlines, the quiet tension that had started to fill our home without either of us admitting it. So when our friends invited us to this celebration, I thought it would be good for us, a chance to laugh, to breathe, to remember who we used to be. At first, it worked. We mingled, shared jokes, and even danced a little. I remember catching his smile in the reflection of the glass. Soft, familiar, the one I fell in love with. But halfway through the night, something changed. I was talking to a friend when I turned and noticed him standing alone by the patio doors, staring out into the garden. His shoulders were tense, his hands in his pockets, that faraway look in his eyes that I hadn't seen in months but always feared. Before I could walk over, he turned and quietly walked out of the room. No goodbye, no word. Just left. The laughter around me continued as if nothing happened, but my heart dropped. I excused myself and followed him outside. The cold air hit me first, the kind that makes everything suddenly too real. He was standing near the edge of the lawn, his back to me, staring up at the night sky. "Adam," I called softly. He didn't turn right away. When he finally did, his expression was unreadable. "You okay?" I asked. He gave a quiet, almost broken laugh. "I don't think so." I walked closer. "What happened?" He hesitated before saying, "I saw something inside that reminded me how far apart we've grown." My chest tightened. "What do you mean?" He sighed. "You were laughing with everyone, glowing like you used to. And I realized, I haven't made you laugh like that in a long time." I froze, the sting of truth in his voice cutting through me. "Adam," I whispered, "that's not fair." "No," he interrupted gently. "It's honest. I've been so caught up trying to hold everything together that I forgot what we were holding in the first place." The silence between us was heavy. The sound of distant music drifted from the house, muffled now, like it belonged to another world. "You didn't have to walk away," I said quietly. He shook his head. "If I hadn't, I would have pretended everything was fine. And I can't do that anymore." His words broke something inside me, not out of anger, but out of recognition. He wasn't trying to leave. He was trying to breathe. "So what now?" I asked. He looked at me, eyes tired but soft. "We stop pretending," he said. "We talk. We rebuild. Or, we admit if we can't." I took a deep breath, tears stinging my eyes. "I don't want to lose you, Adam." He smiled sadly. "Then let's stop losing each other one quiet day at a time." We stood there for a long time, neither moving, both realizing how fragile love can become when silence replaces effort. Inside, people laughed and toasted to things that suddenly didn't matter as much. Out there under the cold sky, we finally said what needed to be said. When we went back inside, the light seemed softer, the music slower. We didn't hold hands right away, but when our eyes met across the room, something shifted, like a promise quietly renewed. A few weeks later, we started doing small things again. Morning coffee together. Evening walks. No grand gestures, no apologies, just presence. One night, he turned to me after dinner and said, "You know that party?" I nodded. It was the moment I realized I still wanted to fight for us. And I smiled because I had felt the same. Everyone else that night thought he walked away because he was upset, but they didn't know the truth. He walked away because he cared enough to stop pretending, and that became the first step toward finding each other again. Sometimes love doesn't break in one loud moment. It fades quietly until someone is brave enough to turn around and say, "Not why."